What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. We got a blackjack update coming for you in this one, specific to the McGoy's lift that we've been installing over the past few videos. We are in a somewhat functional form, but still not yet complete. You're gonna find out why shortly. But it's really not a nice day out, and blackjack is currently not here. And ultimately, our chariot is arriving soon. I had to con Tyler from DieselWorks into using his lunch break today to help me out because I am on my own today. I've got the Denali here, which means I would have to drive the Denali to DieselWorks, but then I have two trucks there and me. I wouldn't be able to bring both back. So I had to figure out a creative way to get him to help me out. So I figured that I would entice him with food because food is the #1 motivator for most humans, aside from money. But I kind of spun both because I said, hey, I'll pay for your food. So, sweet deal. Tyler should be arriving here shortly with blackjack, so he can then take me back to DieselWorks so that I can jump in the driver's seat and then get back here to give you guys an update. So that's the plan. Let's see how it works out. Ozzy, you trying to give the update on the MINIMAX? Go ahead, we're waiting. Go ahead. We're good? No? Good job, dude. Good job. You're a good doggy. You're a good doggy. Yes, you are a good doggy. Yes. Oh, what about you, Mr. Do? Huh? No updates? No updates? All right. I know you're an old soul. You don't get the vlog thing. You don't get it. But Ozzy, yeah, he gets it. Yes, and that brings us to the MINIMAX, ladies and gentlemen. We are halfway through that giveaway. The 2-week truck giveaway for Dream Diesel giveaway number 7 is already halfway over. Triple entries are over. Now double entries are live. So if you guys want to grab them, you forgot to grab your triple entries, now's your chance. Plus, we have a new limited shirt up. You should definitely go check it out. I'd like to think that I'm kind of like Santa Claus this season, except I'm not delivering wrap presents under the tree. Rather, we're delivering turbo diesels. Fair compromise. What do you think? Was that pretty good? Yeah, high five? Oh, thanks, dude. You're the man. Yeah, you're the man. All right, boys and girls, my chariot awaits. Gentlemen, the chariot is back, and as you can see, our 8-inch McGoy's lift is installed. This thing is absolutely colossal, and before I talk to you guys about it, I just wanted to let you know, enticing Tyler with food that was paid for worked successfully. There's a big win there, boys. So yes, here is the 8-inch lift on blackjack. I've been holding out on you guys as to exactly how big this kit was for a little bit of time, just because, that's really why. And yeah, boys and girls, don't stress. I know a lot of you are about to freak out and go attack me in the comment section and say that this thing looks absolutely ridiculous with the XD series wheels that are on it right now. And I don't even have to heart that comment because I know it does. But the wheels are incoming. They're gonna be so worth it when they arrive, but they're just taking a little bit longer than I could have ever anticipated. So right now, blackjack is kind of just like a big work in progress. It's got these tiny little wheels with these Discover ATs. The lighting is definitely a big question on the truck. The mirror lighting, the cab lighting, the front lighting, the back lighting. We don't have fog lights, and we don't have a grill. So yes, needless to say, it is somewhat of a project. But guys, how absolutely sick does this McGoy's 8-inch lift look on this truck? So Tyler, great job to you, my friend. And DieselWorks, you guys did an absolutely kick-ass job on this lift. So let's take a look at some of the stuff here. So let's just start right on the back. We've got these massive traction bars. Those are like about 4 inches right there in the center where they break to go back to the axle. Then we've got these really cool mounting brackets that kind of bolt onto the chassis to make it all work. Super sick looking kit, and they look absolutely menacing. Imagine just a really badass wheel placed in there, filling out a little bit of that fender gap, and it will all come together so beautifully. Then up front, we've got this massive 4-link long arm travel kit, which looks so sick. From looking at these things in pictures, they look amazing, but seeing them in person does all the more just to really complete that look. I feel like when you see a big old lifted truck with that big 4-link, you know that it means business. We've got those massive arm length springs up front, and then we've got our extension brackets for our sway bar right there. Really like how this kit came together, and the powder coating on it just looks absolutely amazing. Now, you might be saying to yourself, Jack, why did you clickbait us into saying that there's one major problem with the lift? Well, it's not that there's actually any problems with the lift, but there is one major problem, and you just saw it. We boys have a Bluetooth drive shaft right now. This truck is a 4-wheel drive truck, but not technically right now, because if we put our truck in 4-wheel drive, the transfer case would just spin and, well, the front wheel wheels would just be propelled by the back because we don't have our drive shaft attached. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what I wanted to talk to you guys about today as this build continues. So basically, when I was at SEMA with McGoy's, I was talking to them about the fact that I have a 2011 G56 that I want to lift up, and I was really interested in their kit. But come to find out, they had actually never gotten this specific year, make, and model into their shop to do the test fitting, but from talking with some other shops that did the installations, they'd known that there would be a cross member interference with that drive shaft. Now, you guys can see it's really wet outside, so I don't want to go rolling on the ground to try and get up under there and talk, but hopefully I can just give you guys a quick little show here. So right there is the cross member, and then if we zoom in, there is the transfer case. Oh, look at that new camera and the lighting. That is where the drive shaft would attach, and then ultimately it would run from here straight down to there. But in this instance, it can't because this cross member is actually in the way. So there's an indexing ring that actually goes on the transfer case, which you might be able to see right there. See that nice little shiny thing? That is called an indexing ring, and that actually twists the transfer case in its final position. So rather than sitting flat, it actually sits at a little bit of an angle right now, which then takes the mounting point for that drive shaft, brings it from here down. And in turn, it is creating an interference with the cross member. So McGoy's has full intent on fabricating a solution for this problem, and they had addressed it long before I had even actually acquired this kit. We had talked about it at SEMA, and they basically said, Jack, if you look at doing this kit, we just want to forewarn you that it might take a little bit of fabrication to create, like, let's just say more of a custom one-off solution for that cross member fix. So basically right now, we took a 4-wheel drive truck and made it 2-wheel drive. I know. Kudos to me. I'm gonna tap myself on the back for that one. Something to be really proudful of. I feel like I'm finally capable of making a joke of myself because I have a Bluetooth drive shaft. But I guess it was inevitable after all those trucks all along. So that brings us to where we are and what's next. Basically at this point, we ordered in another OEM cross member. We took all the measurements, and Tyler at Dieselworks is going to work on fabricating a solution where we take that cross member and we actually kind of create a dip in it so that drive shaft can fit right up through the middle. It's really actually a rather simple solution. We kind of just have to create a bridge in the cross member. So rather than it being completely straight across, it needs to come across, dip down, over, and up, and then back across, so it can still hold the trans in place, but it will allow the proper clearances for that indexing ring to properly serve its function. Now, the indexing ring is basically just an apparatus that repositions the transfer case just a little bit to avoid any rattle or vibration in the front end, as on these trucks, they do not have an active disconnect front drive shaft, meaning that that drive shaft is spinning 100% of the time you're going forward, whether 4-wheel drive is enabled or disabled. So if you didn't use that indexing ring, you kept it in its factory position, it would actually create a very aggressive angle on that drive shaft, and it would create haptic vibration from the steering wheel, and that's something that nobody wants to experience. If you haven't ever experienced it, trust me, it's not fun. So in order to keep this modification train rolling, I asked Dieselworks to give me the truck as is, so that way we can continue to do some of the modifications that I've had scheduled for this thing all along. So we kind of had some planning, but we didn't really know exactly what to expect until we got to that step in the installation. But now we know what we need to do, and we're working on it. All right, guys, and we are back at the garage. Sorry for the abrupt disruption there. This has been kind of a little bit of a random video because I'm really trying to work around the weather conditions that really aren't all that suitable for vlogging with a camera that's not waterproof. So trying to make do. What I did want to show you guys really quick is our new line of detail products. I know a lot of you have been picking them up, which I'm stoked about, but I actually never talked about them in the videos. So I wanted to show you guys these real quick. We've got 5 right here in front of us, but we actually have 8 in total on the site. Here they are, boys. We've got our own line of detailing products, fully legit products that work extremely well. I would never put my company's name on that if I didn't firmly believe. This is what we got here, boys. So we've got a fallout remover. This is basically like a decontaminator. This is ultimately just like a wheel cleaner, right? Fallout remover. It also works really well at getting like iron spots off paint. We've got glass cleaner that smells like peppermint. This stuff is so sick. I just love to like smell it all the time. We've got an interior cleaner, which actually is a neutral fragrance. So it actually takes smells out of your interior, which is kind of what you want. Sometimes they smell a little funky. Then we've got like a detail spray. This stuff is probably my favorite arsenal to keep in my tool belt, if you will. Works super good on keeping the trucks clean quick. And then we've got our gloss dressing. So this is gonna dress up a lot of the areas of your truck that tend to fade, if you will. Now guys, we also have a specific tire cleaner, which is gonna pull all of the brown out of your tires, especially the guys with big tires like we have here on this channel all the time. That is a must have because they kind of turn brown. Just use them on my wife's 35 on her Jeep and they work phenomenally well. We've got a super foam concentrate, which is gonna create like the craziest foam that smells like blueberry ever. It works great in foam cannons. And then we've got a ceramic coat quick wash, which is sick because it leaves behind some of the ceramic coat properties, which will actually help to bead water quickly. Those are all up on the site. I'm sorry, that was a shameless plug, but I did wanna go over those with you guys because if you're like me, you get really excited about detailing products. I love stuff that works on the run. Not really a paid advertisement because it was kind of a plug for myself, but it was a good opportunity to tell you guys, and I really wanna know how y'all like that stuff. Drop some comments below. Plus, that stuff gets you entered for a chance to win the MINIMAX. So basically where we are right now is we're gonna wait to hear back from Dieselworks. They are working daily on that transmission crossmember. I can't wait to get you guys some updates on that. I know a lot of you are actually interested in the McGoy's lift that's on this truck. It's awesome. I've already got a few emails from you guys about Cummins solutions, about DURTYMAX solutions and everything. And I definitely encourage that you guys hit them up. Other than that specific thing, this kit is bulletproof, ready to rock and roll, and I've been loving it. In the miles that I've put on it thus far, obviously plenty more happy miles to come, and I think I'm gonna hook my gooseneck up to this truck just to see how it does, A, and B, if it's possible with as big of a lift as we're putting on it. Then the last takeaway with this thing is the wheels. So the wheels have been on order for a little while. They still aren't in, and it might be just a little bit of time before they arrive. They are a very specialty set of wheels that are custom ordered, and they are just so sick. Unfortunately, custom comes with patience, which is what I'm learning, which I'm not that good at being, is patient. But we're trying. It's for a good reason. So they will be coming in, and then as you guys know, we have a 38-inch tire that's going on this truck. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave that here. You can go on my Instagram to check that picture out if you want. It's buried on my page. You're gonna have to go find it. Small little challenge for you guys that wanna see the direction that this thing's going to be going. With that being said, I'm gonna end that video right here. Thank you guys for hanging tight. I know we weren't moving all that much because of the weather, but hey, we gotta do what we gotta do. I like to love you guys. Do what you do best. Tap that subscribe button if you haven't already. Thanks for almost 200,000 subscribers. Seriously, it means the world. I'll see y'all in the next episode.